Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it and it would help me out a lot. But alright, let's get down to it. In today's video, we're going to go over the CompuStar remote start / alarm system. And really what I'm trying to do with this video is anyone that's considering buying a CompuStar system for a manual shifting car, especially for the remote start feature. It's definitely doable. You just have to find the right pro installer, and yeah, you're good to go. So it's doable. I think automatic transmissions are more seamless, but that's a given. There's more mechanics to a manual shifting car. But let's go ahead and just dive right in. At first, I'll go over just a couple key components. So if you're looking to get a CompuStar system, whether it's the Max-It kit, which is remote start and an alarm system, or you can just buy either or independently, you're going to need the brain of the system, and then you're going to need a key fob of some kind. And they have a bunch of different options at a bunch of different price points. What you'll find is CompuStar doesn't tell you the prices on their website, and that's because you have to go through a dealer. And the reason why they filter it through a dealer is warranty. If you have the experience and the knowledge to do this type of installation yourself, I'm sure it's no different than any other, but you won't get the lifetime warranty on your brain, and you won't get an up to 3-year warranty on your key fob, so keep that in mind. Plus the choices are really limited. For any Pro Series product that they sell, it has to go through a professional installer. They are the ones that have access to these products, so you might not be able to find some of those options on Amazon because of that reason. But alright, let's go ahead and begin. So I went ahead and bought 2 Max-It kits, so 2 remote starts, and 2 alarm systems for both of the BRZs we have at the household. And so far we've had them for a couple of months and they work great. So would I recommend them? Absolutely. But there are procedures that you need to keep in mind which affect or could affect how you operate your vehicle, in which case it might not be something for you. And we're going to go over that here in one moment. Right now we're just going to go over the remote that I chose and kind of start from there. So let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so we got the Max-It kit, so remote start and alarm system, and we got the T12 package, which is a T11 remote, and then it also comes with a little module that's installed in the car that's called the Drone Mobile. So you can use a mobile app to, start your car, arm it, unlock it, things of that nature. It is a monthly fee. If you buy this kit from a dealer, you get a month free of the product to try. So interesting thing. I prefer having a key fob, but having an app just in case something happens is definitely a nice, convenient, and safety net feature. But the remote itself is very solid. I've seen people have videos online on YouTube of people running over their key fobs with their vehicles, and they work great. I'm not going to do that, but it's good to see that it's durable. It feels durable. Standard layout. I'm not going to get into the features and stuff, but it does have micro USB charging, so you're able to recharge your key fob. It lasts a good couple of months, to even maybe more if you don't use it a lot. Obviously, since when I first got it, I played around with it a lot, so I killed the battery a little bit faster, but it was still like well over a couple months. So works really good. It is a 2-way remote, so that way if there's any notification something happens to your car, it sends a signal to here and lets you know as long as you're in range. And also if you remote start or turn off your car via the remote, it'll let you know that that successfully happened. So right now I have my car remote started and it's got the timer, but I'm not going anywhere. So I'll just go ahead and hold down the key and I'll go ahead and just turn that off. And one important notification that you'll see on your remote is the little motor icon. If that motor icon is there, that means that your car is ready to be remote started the next time you attempt it, and it will work. If it's not there, it's not going to work, and that's because your system is not in what they call reservation mode. So reservation mode for a manual shift car means that your car is not in a gear, it's in neutral, and the e-brake is up. Very important, liability reasons, safety reasons being the most important. And how it works is you turn your car on, you drop the e-brake, and then you're off. When you get to your destination, put the car in neutral, bring up that e-brake, and then you exit your vehicle. And upon your door closing, you don't have to shut off your car at all. It'll automatically do it for you, and it'll arm the alarm. And then that's when you'll see that little icon come up, and that's when you know that your car is in reservation mode. So pretty easy, right? The only downfall to it is if you have a passenger in your car, and let's say you go to gas station, and in a manual car, I'm always used to parking with put the e-brake up, put it in gear. So you're going to have to unlearn that if you want to use your remote start. And then second, let's say we get to that gas station, she wants to go in, my fiance wants to go into the gas station and come back out real quick, just pick something up. I'll put the e-brake up, but I'm leaving the car running because I'm still in the car. I want to be warm if it's winter time. She opens the door on the passenger side. The moment she closes it, the car turns off and the alarm turns on. That's a really big pain in the butt. The workaround for that procedure is when you get to the destination, don't pull your e-brake up. This system 100% reacts in a manual shifting car to the e-brake. So when you get to that destination, just hold the brake, the foot brake. She'll get in and out. And then you can pull the e-brake up, or you can just keep holding the brake, up to you. But let's say you put that e-brake up, you see her coming back. You have to pay attention because the moment that she comes in and closes that door, if the e-brake is up, the car will turn off. So again, 100% dependent on the e-brake. And let's say you have your reservation mode set up in the car, it's ready to remote start the next time that you want it to, and you realize, oh man, I forgot something in my car, and you need to go back and retrieve it. If you unlock the car, retrieve the item, and then close the door, you didn't fire up the car. Once you close that door, the reservation mode is going to go away. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to get back in the car, hit that push button start like you normally would before the system was ever installed, drop the e-brake down, pull the e-brake back up, and then exit the vehicle. And that'll put it back into reservation mode. An inconvenience, yes, but safety-wise, I guess I understand. But that was one of the biggest bummers of mine, was the fact that it doesn't keep it in reservation mode. But again, knowing safety issues, I can completely understand it. I just wish there was a way to bypass it. And there probably is. And another keynote is, a big takeaway is, especially this is really geared towards like Toyota and Subaru. For me, having the BRZ, I have the key fob that has a proximity unlock. So if you get close to the car, put your hand on that sensor on the handle, you can unlock the door and you can just open the door. There's an issue with that, with being able to keep the ignition takeover system working. And what I mean by that is, if you remote start your car and you have both key fobs on you and you walk up to your car and just instinctively go to open the door, once you do that and you open the door, your remote start just shuts off. The car just shuts down. Don't be freaked out. What you can try next is most likely to work. If it doesn't, you'll need to talk to your pro installer to see what's going on with the ignition takeover. It's probably because it's not sensing the key inside. And since it's already started, it decides to kill it as a safety feature, anti-theft. But what you can try is remote start your car, and then before you get too close to the car, hit the unlock button on your CompuStar key fob to disarm the alarm. Once you do that, you can just walk right up to the car and open it traditionally, and it should remain running, because then the CompuStar system disables that functionality of the ignition takeover to where it understands that the system is trying to do it, and it doesn't allow the Subaru's default procedure to take over. So hopefully that helps and clears a few things up. All right, and one of my final notes is, if you're someone that likes to work on your car, like an avid enthusiast, you like to swap parts, things of that nature, there'll be times when you have to require some work where you disconnect the battery. Now, if you do that, obviously you're going to lose power to your security system, and then upon trying to fire back up your car, your key fob will no longer work and you will need to reprogram it. And honestly, it's pretty simple. You can actually go to the CompuStar website and look over the procedure on how to sync your key fob to the system again. And again, not really too difficult. If you want to bypass that, you can buy a little battery product from a dealer, or maybe even just Amazon or something. I haven't checked yet, but you can buy a separate backup battery independent for the security system itself, and that allow it to lose connection from the main power source for a certain amount of time. And I think it's long enough to where, you know, if you have something you want to do to your car, you can go ahead and do it, and then you don't have to worry about doing the relearn procedure for your key fob. But it's up to you. Again, it's a minor inconvenience, but the procedure is very simple, so just something to keep in mind. So those procedures, I wish I would have known before. I don't think it would change my mind on getting one, but I would have put maybe a little bit more thought into, you know, how it works to make sure that I'm doing it correctly, because I had a lot of frustration at the very beginning, the first 2 days, where I just didn't understand why it was doing that. I did more research and then I was able to figure out why. The justification for it being safety made sense to me, so therefore we're all good. And now after a couple of months, I really have a good understanding, and I basically reprogrammed my brain on how I like to get in and out of my vehicle, because most of the time I would start the vehicle and then I might need to, I don't know, run in the house or something, or go into the trunk, and the moment I close that door, the car turns off. Is it a big pain in the butt? Not really. In the grand scheme of things, it's very minor. But, you know, I'm particular, and I'm so used to my own routine that it is an inconvenience if it's something that you're used to working a certain way, and now it no longer does. Get what I'm saying? So that's all I had to share with you guys. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that in case you're considering buying a CompuStar remote start alarm system. Just a few caveats there, but easily retrainable in the mind if you're willing. If something like this sways you away from the product, that's perfectly okay. It's your car. You want it to work the way that you want it to work, and that's completely understandable. But I hope, you know, some of this information helps you out in making a decision. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.